Hey everybody, I'm trying to make this as quick as possible. I'm just going to tell a quick story, something that happened last week. I probably should have shared it already. I'm hoping that Jesse doesn't mind because I have not gotten permission from him, but mainly I just want to share how, mainly just to share of God's goodness, that he's real. I know that there are people that just consider him as the man above or man upstairs or whatever people be saying, but he's so much more than that, y'all. So back in March or April, my husband and I put our house up for sale. My husband's father, which is my father-in-law, and my husband's friend and his wife and his brother, different ones, really gave us a hand with helping us remodel, just getting it looking all nice and everything before we sold it. And before we sold it, I had this dream. Well, let me just say that God deals with me in dreams. He'll show me things before they happen. And I don't really know a timeline once I have it. I've learned to know the difference in just a crazy dream, because lately I've been having those too. With me being pregnant, I've been having some crazy dreams. But I've learned the difference in between just a crazy dream and a spiritual dream. And I've learned to just pay attention, when I have these dreams, to just pay attention and keep it like in the back of my mind. Like I said, I don't know. I've had dreams that haven't come to pass for like a year. I have so many stories I can tell, but this is the one that I really want to tell. So before we sold the house, I had a dream, and in the dream it was Jesse, which is my husband, and his dad, and these two other guys that I didn't know. But in the dream, there was a gun. Someone had a gun. It was actually an automatic, and the gun went off, and somebody started shooting. That was pretty much the dream. And so I did like I normally do. When I woke up, normally I would text my pastor, because I like to go back once whatever I'm dreaming, once it actually happens, I like to go back to parallel and see how exact the dream was, because it's not always exact. Sometimes the dreams are symbolic, and sometimes some things might change a little bit from what I actually dreamt, but it still lines up. But this particular time, instead of texting him, I called him, because it was just too much. It was too much to try to explain through a text message. And so after I called him, I can't remember exactly what he said, but I called him because he is very good at interpreting my dreams, or just breaking it down to help me understand it. Like I said, I had this dream back in March or April, before we even sold our house. We're in the process of building the house, by the way. So last week, the guy we had to pour concrete, things kind of went sideways. I'm not gonna go into details because that's not the point of this story. But things kind of went sideways, and the guy, the work that he did, he was asking for double that. He didn't want to move forward until he got his money. Oh, he was just talking about it at first, whatever. And that dream came back to my mind, and went to talk to my husband. I said, I need to remind you about something. I was like, you remember whenever I told you about such and such? Well, y'all men folks don't be listening. He had no recollection. He didn't remember it at all, which is fine. I told him, I said, okay, well, that's fine. Just, what I want you to remember, what I need you to know about this is about a gun. It had to do with a gun. And I just told him, I was like, just remember that. I don't know why, what it's about. I just told him, just remember about a gun. So he went to bed, and I remember, like, I prayed before I went to sleep, and just asking God, like, I wasn't sure what was coming, but I just asked God if it did come down to somebody having a gun, just to not allow the gun to go off, because in my dream it did. And so the very next day, the guy mentioned again how he wanted some money, which two other guys that do concrete that don't even know each other, they came to see what the guy had done, and they both said, well, he wanted double the money of the work from the work that he did. So anyway, my husband, being the person that he is, he agreed to giving him the money or whatever. So the guy had to come up to our property to get his money. When he went to collect his money, he waited until he got like a few feet from his truck, and turned around and said something that rubbed my husband the wrong way. People that know Jason know he's not as sensitive with different things as he used to be. I'll just say he is very protective of his and his family. I'll just say like that. So when this guy said something, my husband started walking. He was headed his direction. The guy jumped in his truck, closed the doors, and locked them. And by the time my husband got to his truck, the guy pulled a gun out on him. But he didn't, the guy didn't shoot or anything. And I'm just thankful because a lot of people, or some people might be like, well, that's just coincidental. It's not. It's not. I know that God was warning me. And I'm just so thankful because I remember the night before I told him, I was like, look, if it comes to the point of a gun, it's not that serious. Whatever you need to do, it's not that serious. If you're in jail or end up getting shot or something, like, this is not gonna matter. So I'm just so thankful that my husband didn't retaliate or do anything crazy. And I'm thankful that God kept him safe. I just wanted to share that because, y'all, God still works. He actually desires to have a relationship with each of us. I really believe that. But it's up to us whether we position ourselves to be able to hear him. And I'm not trying to say I'm just Carmen. I ain't nobody special. I'm just thankful and grateful that he sees enough in me to want to share these things with me. He doesn't have to do that. But I was thinking, I want to say 1 Corinthians chapter 12, possibly verse 7 or 8. Read the whole chapter. But it talks about the different spiritual gifts. And one of them listed is the gift of knowledge. And that's lines up with, how God speaks with me, how he operates when it comes to me. And, I mean, there are different gifts. Gift of performing miracles, gift of healing, gift of diverse tongues, gift of interpretation tongues. Different gifts. And they still, that didn't just happen in the Bible. He still works. Just like that now. But like I said, y'all, I just wanted to share that. I hope y'all have a good day. Like I said, I'm just thankful that he kept us protected. He prepared me the night before something like that was gonna happen, because like I said, in my dream, nobody just pulled out a gun. Like, it was actually fired. But I just thank God. So hope y'all have a good day.